Joining us now on the road in Providence, Rhode Island, from the cast of Jagged Little Pill coming to the Wharton Center, actor Allison Shepard. Hi, Allison.
Hello, I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we're very happy to have you here, and we're very excited about Jagged Little Pill coming to the Wharton Center. Sounds like a great show, and for you, a role, Bella. Just reading about the role, it sounds like you've got a very challenging part.
Yes, it's definitely a lot, but I'm super grateful to the way that this show is handled and is written, and we talk about some pretty intense and important subjects, and it's all handled with so much care and so much love. And when you come to the show, you definitely leave with a sense of hope and that life does get better. And it's a beautifully worked storyline for some traumatic situations.
Yeah, traumatic. You're a victim of sexual assault. You have alcohol issues. It's a family that's just unusual in the way it functions, and it's surprising that with all of this, that it's a musical, it's a positive show.
Yeah, it's we deal with things such as substance abuse and sexual assault, transracial adoption, sexuality. So it's a lot of subjects and a lot of things that people choose to keep hidden or might feel ashamed of. And the family that this story follows on the surface is your average American family doing everything right. The son just got into Harvard, the mom is PTA president and the dad is a lawyer, so they seemingly have everything together. And after what happens to Bella, it kind of starts to crack open the family, and you see that there are things that they're struggling with that they don't even talk to each other about. And so through the show, what we kind of hope audiences learn from all of this is that if there are things that you're ashamed of, if there's things that, you think make you less than perfect or make you less than someone else, if you get them out into the open, if you talk about them, if you ask for help, you have stronger relationships with yourself, with your family, with your friends, and you're able to lead a more authentic and positive life in the long run.
I can tell that the audiences have been enjoying the show because I've seen some clips of the bow at the end of the show and the encore, and it looks like you as a cast are genuinely surprised at how thrilled the audience is with the show.
Yeah, it's really overwhelming, honestly. The music of this show, Alanis wrote a brilliant album 20 years ago, and I think a lot of people don't know what to expect coming into the show. They don't know if it's going to be a bio musical or, just how it's all going to be formatted. And so I think that every time that we come out for bows and see the way that the show has moved people, it never gets old, and it's always just so overwhelming. There's a little something for everyone in this show, and so to see that it touches people is just, it means a lot.
Yeah, it's of course Alanis Morissette. It's her album Jagged Little Pill, and that's the assumption. Well, this must be about Alanis.
Yeah.
But there's really quite a lot of new music, and I think a couple of the songs that you do are brand new songs for the show.
Yeah, she wrote two new songs for the show specifically. One of them is a song I sing called Predator, and one is a song that is sung by a character, Mary Jane, and it's called Smiling. There are a couple other songs that came from other albums that she did, but primarily you have every single song that's on the Jagged Little Pill album. I think, people tend to think and are right to assume that it might be about her, but she wanted to be sure that the album, instead of being like a bio musical about her or being about her at all, she wanted to be sure that it shared the same energy and message that her album did back when she wrote it, when she was 19, which is one of young people standing up and fighting for what's right and expressing themselves through any emotional outlet necessary. And so what it has become is just a beautiful tale of authenticity and, standing up and demanding a seat at the table.
Well, it's still one of the 20 best-selling albums of all time, so I know a lot of people are familiar with it. We've got a little clip from the show, so let's take a look. The choreography is insane. You must be exhausted at the end of the show.
It's incredible, and the dancers in our show are some of the best dancers I've ever seen in my life, and the choreography is like nothing that you really have ever seen in a musical. It's a mix of contemporary and hip hop and like every style kind of smushed into a beautiful, just authentic, free flowing movement. It's like, that's my favorite thing. I stand off in the wings and then I'm not in and just watch the dancers because they're just so good.
Well, I know this is your first touring Broadway show, and I think there's several other members of the cast. It's the same thing for them. And I notice on all of your Instagrams all the excitement of standing in front of the marquee and standing on the stage before the show. What's it like, touring with your first Broadway show?
Oh man, it's a dream come true. And truly, most of the cast, aside from, we have more people that this is their first tour than people that have done anything like this before. So we've all very much been able to experience it together. And so, yeah, like every theater we go into, we all need pictures in front of, on the stage in front of the beautiful audience. And we all like to take pictures in front of the marquee. And it's just surreal. Like, to get to tell a story that is so important and is so wonderful. And like, you could tell from the music alone, from the clips, like every night is just an absolute dream come true. And that's, I think, why we all are so shocked in the curtain call videos too, because like I'm waiting for it to feel normal or to feel like, oh yeah, this is just what we do. But every day is like new excitement all over again.
Well, I know a lot went into the show. I saw some clips of you at rehearsal at 42nd Street Studio. It looks like that went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's got to be, and we talked before the show about the touring schedule. You only have a day between cities. Yeah. Are you tired yet?
You would think, but no, I think I'm running on like adrenaline and joy. It really, there are times where at the end of an 8-show week, you get a little tired, but then you realize you're moving to a new city and there's new things to see and new things to do. And it's just, I've yet to get sick of it. I think it's been 6 months now, and it still is just as exciting as the first day. Ask me again at the end of the year, but pretty sure I'll still feel the same way.
Now, the band's not in the pit for this show, right? It's on stage?
Yes, we have the band on stage, except the drums used to be on stage as well, but they were relocated to the basement because the drum kit is huge, as you can imagine, for a rock show of this size. But we have the band with us on stage, which is so incredible. And for a show like this that is a rock show, the band brings so much energy, and to feel them up there with you, it's super important.
You'll be here at the Wharton Center, and we were talking before the show. The tickets are going fast, so we're recommending people get their tickets soon so they don't get disappointed. It sounds like an awesome show, and I think you're going to love Michigan. This will be, for you, you're discovering all new places all over the country.
This will be my first time in Michigan, and we're going to 3 different locations in Michigan, I believe.
Yeah, you'll be at the Fisher in Detroit, I know, and at the Wharton in East Lansing.
Yes, and I think we have one more Michigan date, but I'm terrible. There's so many cities that that we're going to. I get them all jumbled in my head, but I'm very excited. We have some people in the cast that are from Michigan, and they're already talking about restaurants they want to go to and things to show us all. So we're very excited.
Well, I'm really excited to see the show because it's something that I recommend our viewers look into a little bit ahead of time because it's a pretty heavy story, and I think it helps maybe to get acquainted with what the story's about before you see it.
Yeah, we definitely talk about, as we kind of touched upon before, some pretty intense themes, but they are all handled with so much care. And for how heavy some of the subject matter is, you really don't leave feeling sad. So I'm just letting everyone know, if you read it, you're like, this seems like a lot. It is a lot, but there's a lot of humor mixed in with everything. The music is, so powerful and fun. And you really do walk out like you might have tears in your eyes, but you also have a smile on your face. So
good. Yeah.
It's a good mix.
People will be singing in the car ride home.
Exactly.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing Allison Shepard as Bella in Jagged Little Pill coming to the Wharton Center. Can't wait to see the show, and welcome to Michigan when you get here. Thanks for taking time to be with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to meet you afterwards.
All right. Thanks, Allison.
Have a great rest of your day.